Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, and the good times just keep on rolling. I tell you what, it's going to take a superhuman effort to win this tournament this week, and we have a superhero on the table now. We have Superman, Roberto Gomez, against the superhuman from the last event. What a tournament he had. Aloysius Yapp lagging off, and Roberto wins the lag with me still in the commentary booth. It's always a pleasure. Tony Robles.
Oh, thanks for having me again, Mark. I'm having a fantastic time doing commentary with you. It's a sheer joy to be in the booth with you. And
surely it can't happen 4 times in a row. Shootout. Can it?
That would be amazing. That would be, yeah. There's definitely these 2 of the hottest players on the planet, you know, and.
So Aloysius Yapp, and I know that's the way to pronounce it because he said so. Oh,
King dry there.
It's dry, and look at the 6 ball. How is that? Nobody move in the Kellogg Arena because it might drop.
He's either going to have to use a bridge, extension, or shoot left-handed. I don't know if Roberto shoots left-handed.
Is it under the table? It is. It's right under the centre. He's got it though. Well, he looks young, but he's 42 years old. Can you believe it, Roberto Gomez?
No one believes me when I tell him I'm 55, but that's because, you know, my wife dyes my hair every time I get a haircut.
I wondered who was that. She can't do anything with mine, could she? So, Roberto off and running with that nice little combo. Easy combo, of course, you have to say.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a decision here whether he wants to shoot the 2 in the corner, the side, or the combination. So I like shooting in the low right-hand side. Yep, that's what he decided to do. That's the best option right there because you don't really have to do anything special with the cue ball except just hit the one on the fixed side to, you know, straighten out the angle coming off the rail. Over here, he's probably just going to give it a nice little nip stroke.
So just to remind viewers, if you've just joined us, first of all, where have you been? If you've only just joined us, we've been here since midday. The good games just keep on coming. We're playing race to 4, and it's 2 sets race to 4. And as we've seen in the last 3 matches in a row, it's gone to 1 set all, and that is then decided by the 10-ball shootout.
Yeah, it's been quite the day with the shootouts. It's been very exciting.
Another great cueist from the Philippines. Very famously got to the final of the...
Yeah, he just wants to slide it over here and then just draw it back 1 rail. Well, I don't know if he got there. He might have gotten too straight on this one. He might have to draw 1 rail before the side pocket.
I think...
Right before the side pocket.
I go with your better judgment.
Just has to make sure he hits it straight enough to avoid, right? There you go.
Yeah, Roberto was actually the first ever qualifier to reach the final of the 9-ball when he got famously beaten. Do you remember that?
I was there. I played in it.
Really?
I was in the Philippines. It's the only time I've ever been in the Philippines in my life. I flew there, and I went against my wife's advice, and I paid dearly for it. She told me to fly 5 days before the event in order to get adjusted to the time difference, and I didn't listen to her. I flew in the day before, and I couldn't fall asleep, and I slept 1 hour before my match, and I saw double. I thought that was only in the movies. I didn't think that could happen in real life. I saw 2 of every ball. When I went to my match. It was I lost 9-0 my first match.
It's a shame you weren't playing straight, Paul.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered. I would have instead of seen
536.
I would have thought I did. I would have thought I did. I would have seen. I would have thought I was running 28 instead of 14 balls.
So a nice straight 10-ball in for Roberto Gomez to take an early lead in the first set, and in it goes. 1-0. So, of course, Aloysius Yapp coming off the back of 3 terrific runs, finished in the semi-finals of this event back in Vegas. He then finished in the semi-finals of the 10-ball, and then of course runner-up in the recent US Open to Carlo Biardo. So he's really
after
is a
leading
man on
8-3
fire.
too. He was leading 8-3 that match and lost 10 in a row.
Leading 8-3, missed a 9-ball, and then Carlo.
Wow,
Well,
it's
he just
amazing
ran
how this
and
game
ran
is, huh?
and ran 10 racks, right? But he's a young man, very nice young man. Gained a lot of friends, the 25-year-old Singaporean, during his time in Atlantic City. A lot of people warmed to him. He's got that cheeky little smile. He's all got that little baby face.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome. You know, I congratulated him on his second place finish last week. It was the first time I ever spoken or met him. And I said, but what really impressed me the most was your demeanor at the table. And he came to me and said, the very first match I ever watched in pool was you versus Santos Sambohon, and I saw how you were gracious. And it made me feel so good knowing that I was able to inspire someone to become a good sportsman, because that's always been my #1 goal in pool, to inspire people to represent the sport in a professional manner, but also in the hopes of getting pool to the level that it deserves to be in.
So there's the face of Mr. Yapp, and back to the break then for Roberto Gomez, Superman.
He breaks like a monster, Roberto does.
He's got that slightly quirky.
Yeah.
Watch his back arm on the net when he breaks next. He lifts it right
Yeah.
up in the air.
My wife breaks the same exact way. She does, yeah, she does. She learned how to break the same exact way.
I don't know how he keeps his cue on the line, but he
Yeah.
does. But it was dry, so, well, first chance at a safety at least.
He's going to have to hit this ridiculously thin in order to even avoid going anywhere near the side or hitting the point or anything if he wants to play it safe here. So he has to hit this really, really good.
I'm going to say, are you disqualifying the crossbank, of course?
Yeah, but I
That's
didn't think
on.
you could see enough of the one to crossbank it. If he can crossbank it, then he should definitely go for that. You know, he might as well.
Is it on or not?
Oh, he can
Quite
definitely see
sure.
enough from here. I can see it from here.
Yep, the overhead showing you. He's just playing the safety though.
Well, you know, you got a built-in, you know, safety, leave him long shot type scenario. I think he put him behind the 9, so he's going to have to use a jump stick.
Yeah,
I guess not.
No, he did have the
I
jump
guess
stick in his hand.
maybe he can see the edge of the ball. Maybe he can try to put the 1 by the 6 and hopefully the cue ball by the 7.
He's jacking up a little bit, so he's putting lots of left-hand English on that, bending it round, just twisting it round slightly. And it was too slow.
So that's,
the side had dissipated.
Yeah.
That's a big word for me, isn't it? Dissipated.
Yeah, I like that. Well, you know, he did try to put the 1 by the 6, but unfortunately he didn't curve it enough.
He was afraid of overhitting it, and of course didn't hit it hard enough to get the spin to take effect on the cloth, right?
Correct. Over here, it's going to be interesting how he gets on the 3, because the 4 doesn't go in either bottom corner.
Yeah, and this is winner breaks, and both of these players are well capable. Any of the players in this tournament are well capable of running a 4-pack.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea here of him leaving the cue ball past the 2 boys. So that way he can try to play the 4 on the same side as the 3. If he leaves the cue ball there, he ends up with a perfect angle. Right there. There you go. See, perfect angle. Yeah. Now he has a choice here. I kind of I feel like he has more room. He can roll it down. He might have a perfect angle to where if he hits it with follow in the corner, there's no way he can go behind the 9. You know, he's not like he has dead straight, and if he were to overrun the ball, he can go behind the 9, right?
Yeah, played it well.
I think he did have that angle, though. I think that's why he held back a bit. He wanted to make sure that he had 0 chance of going behind the 9, but he's fine here. You know, the question is, do you go between the 8 and the 9, come back between the 8 and the 9, or do you go 2 rails with inside spin? I think it's more of how comfortable they feel. You see, he felt comfortable going 2 rails.
And he does have a really beautiful stroke.
See here, you don't have to do anything fancy. You could just stop the cue ball here, draw it back just a hair, and play the 6 ball in the lower left-hand corner. What were you going to say, Mark?
I forget now. I'm getting old. I forget these things sometimes. No, he's got his age above his years. You know, he's just 25 years old, but he's really got an old head on his shoulders as far as shot selection is concerned.
Yeah, he plays the percentages very well.
Yeah.
Now he goes 2 rails here.
There's a song playing in the background. When I'm 64, and that's only about 5 years away from me.
I like leaving the cue ball in the middle, the center of the table over here, with enough angle to get by the 10.
Gomez actually went to college to learn architecture.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
And gave it up.
Do you like shooting the 9 ball here, or do you like coming off the bottom rail and going back towards the center of the table?
Yeah, I'm running this through.
Huh?
Top of the cue ball, but he's drawing it, of course, because he's playing the right shot.
Well, he doesn't have to move the cue ball much. He just has to slide it over just a hair.
For the side, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we remember I was talking earlier about minimizing the movement of the cue ball. That's a perfect example right there, right?
The less you travel, the less chance you've got of getting lost.
Yeah.
But then where's the fun in not traveling?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
almost like the less travel, the better the odds of reaching your destination, even though you're not traveling.
So in goes the 10 ball. To the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek. We've got a nice little crowd surrounding this match table, watching the game between Roberto Gomez and Aloysius Yapp. And winner breaks. Yapp won the second one to draw it level. So breaking off rack number 3 with me, Tony Robles.
Watch this break. Oh, he got a little bit of a roll there because he was going to scratch. But you could tell he's taking a little bit off because he wants to make sure he controls that cue ball, you know.
Yeah.
The 1-4 looks like it might be on, but I don't think Roberto can get to it. I can't tell from here. Can't tell if he can put the cue ball between the 3 and the 8. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like it goes in this angle, right?
Yeah. But I don't think it does him any favours if he can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's able to and he can shoot the combination, all he has to do is hit it thin and have the cue ball come off the rail and run into the 7. You know, the 7 will stop the cue. Yeah, he can definitely see that. Oh, I guess he can.
Yeah, the two,
Unless it doesn't go.
the 2-4 is not on from
Yeah,
the angle that
I
can
guess
see.
that's got to be it. It's probably not on.
Aloysius going round to have a look at things now.
You know, the thing with this shot is if you can't make the combo, are you going to come off the bottom rail? I mean, the top rail?
Put him back in.
Yeah.
I can't see any
Because-
value in taking this on, can you?
Well, not just that, but if you just shoot the 1 directly into the 4 and try to bring the cue ball here for a safety, you have to hit it absolutely perfect because the 1's going to stop there.
Maybe
right.
he's seen something that we haven't because he's
So
taking
going-
it on.
No, going on top rail and coming from behind the 1 is a better option, I think.
I've got to say, I
Right,
can't believe
that's
he
it right there.
took-
Yep.
took that on. But
He hit it
did,
absolutely great.
And he did, didn't he? How well has he hit that? And now Roberto.
I mean, when someone hits a shot that good on me, it makes me feel like I stole something from them, you know? And I go up to them. I said, did I steal something from you? But let's see over here. I think he can see enough to hit it. Well, I guess he can. He's going to go for the kick. And he wants to make sure that he hits to the left or the right side. At least he keeps them separated a bit, right? Oh, he's going to go out the 4. Oh, look
Does
at
he get a
this.
scratch? No.
Look at this.
Oh dear, he's had a bit of luck there. And from Aloysius thinking that he had him in a great situation to get something out of it,
Yeah.
he got absolutely nothing out of it. Well, apart from another hook, of course.
Yeah, he has to try to hit this. I mean, not too hard, because if he hits it soft, he has a good shot at leaving him, you know, in an awkward position.
Yeah, he hit that very well, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
if
yeah.
I always say, if you hit it, you've got a good chance of getting something out of it. But unfortunately, this time, he's
Well,
left it.
He didn't seem happy at the fact that he left him a shot, but you know, it's not easy to play position here. You know, Roberto might have to go and hit this super low. Oh, not even. He can't get past the 10. He might have to go between the 3 and the 8 here,
Yeah.
Mark. I think that's what you're going to have to do. Between 3 and the 8 and come off the top rail and then back to the 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
how well has he hit
He
that?
hit it great. He hit it great. I wound up with a little bit too much of an angle there, so he might want to run into the 3 here. Unless if he can get past that 3 ball without touching it and slide it between the 3 and the 6, then he could end up either with an angle on the 3 to come around 3 rails, or just enough of an angle to just where he just has to roll it in. Key is, if you run into the 6, you want to hit the bottom of the 6, right? There you go.
And now he has
And
a
li-
big shot here, though. It needs to
And
come
like I
down.
said, right? Worst case
4
scenario.
rails.
Yeah. Worst case scenario. Goes 3 rails, 4 rails. He just has to make sure. The problem with this is a 10 ball is a big ball there. He might have to hit this with just draw and left spin, right? Draw and left. There you go. Look at that.
Wow. How well. Whoa.
He hit it great.
What a great shot to have in your armory, that is. Beautiful shot. Is that the way you would have played it?
Yeah, if I had that angle and I saw that I couldn't get past the traffic, that's exactly how I would have played it.
Used the 7 there nicely.
Yeah,
Just,
see now here he goes between the rail and the 9. Stop by the side pocket. Now here, he may have to go beat 3 rails, unless he wants to, you know, slow roll it in. But I like going 3 rails here because he has enough of an angle to go past that 10 ball, right?
Well, whenever you're playing your next match, Tony,
12 noon tomorrow.
I want you to play as well as you commentate. And if you do that, my friend, you are going all the way.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you haven't played in competition for a long time, it's hard to execute the way, you know. But I'm slowly getting there.
That's not what I want to hear from you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very happy
What
with
did
the
I
way.
say to you yesterday when I
Yeah.
said, who's going to win this tournament?
I said me, and I still feel that way.
Good.
No, I'm actually feeling very, very good. I'm very focused for this tournament. I told my wife that this is the only time in my career, my pool career, where I went to 2 tournaments in a row and never turn on the TV to watch regular TV in a hotel room. I've never done that before.
I thought he might have missed that. Perfect on the 10. It's going to take a 2-1 lead.
Might as well call the extension.
And in it goes. So I said to you, who is going to win it? You said you are. Now I'd like a straight answer to this. Who would you really love to play in the final? Who would be your dream final to play against?
It's hard to pick one, to be honest with you. It really is. I mean, it really is. You know, I would love to say I would love to play Efren Reyes in the finals, but he's not in the tournament. You know,
I was actually going to ask you, what is your best? What's your favourite ever final that you've played in? Who's your opponent? Who's maybe there's one person that you haven't played against.
Listen, I played against Santos when I won my first major tournament, but it's probably when I beat Thorsten Holman in the finals of the New Jersey State Straight Pool Championships, because he's, in my opinion, one of the greatest straight pool players that ever lived. But, you know, that's also been my best game, and we just had such a great match, and it took almost 4.5 hours to finish a race of 200, and we just went back and forth, and it was a great match. And he's like a brother to me too. We're very close friends. And
I think you should use the shot clock the next time you play straight pool.
Yeah.
Do they use a shot clock in straight pool?
No, they do not. They do not. Yeah. So let's see. Look, Roberto Gomez just changed his breaking position over here. Right. See if he makes a ball on the break, because
Watch his back elbow. Watch his back elbow here, Tony. Up it comes, twist, and then all the way through.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because when he was playing the World Pool Series in New York, I told him that my wife breaks the same style he does, and he couldn't believe it when he saw her break a couple. And I said, Roberto, I said, do me a favor, break as hard as you can. I want to see if you can make 4 balls on the break. It took him 3 tries. He made 5 balls on the break, doing just that style. In 9 ball, this is 9 ball. He made 5 balls on the break. I said, wow.
Unfortunately, didn't make 1. So.
Well, you know what it is too, Mark. It's the players don't want to risk scratching on the break in such a short race, because it could cost you.
Yeah.
You know, you saw earlier today I tied the match 2-2 against Rodrigo after I was down 2-0. Came short on the bank there, and I scratched on the break in the 5th game, and I lost that match 4-2 because of that. You can't afford to scratch on the break in a short race like this.
You made up for it.
Well,
I won't hold it against you. Don't worry.
I didn't let that, determine how the match ended. I just stayed focused.
Oh, this is a lovely shot. I like the way he's played this, twisting the cue ball around the back of the 6.
Yeah, but he wanted to end up on the other side of the 2 ball. Unfortunately, he wound up on the wrong side because the 3 doesn't go past the 9. So I'm wondering if he can shoot the 2 in the side off the 3, or if he can go past that traffic and go on 3 rails and play the 3 in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, that's the way.
But he's going to draw around the 6. He's going to draw around the 6. That's exactly what he's going to do. I didn't think he had a full enough hit to do that, but he did.
What a great shot.
He came a little short there. Now the question is, to bank or not to bank? To play safe or not to play safe, right?
I think he cuts this down the rail, no? I think he cuts this down the rail.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him shoot this bank so many times with inside spin. He's really good at this shot. He feels very comfortable with this shot, so it wouldn't surprise me if he chose a bank. But, again, pick your poison. It's a shorter race. Do you risk it? Yeah. Or do you, I have a motto where, if you have a chance to play safe, why make the mistake when you can let your opponent make the mistake, right?
It's called the bank in the side, as you said.
Yeah.
This is the shot you said he plays so well.
He's going to draw away from the scratch, so he has to hit it soft, right? Oh, he overcut it. He overcut it, yeah.
He turns away from the table in disbelief.
Yeah, he just gave Aloysius an opportunity to tie it 2 games apiece here. And he hit it with just enough speed to come off the rail and not have to worry about running into the 9 after shooting the 4. So I can't imagine him not running out from here. This is pretty much self-explanatory. 4 in the corner, 5 the opposite corner, 6 in the corner, 7 in the side. And I love how he's taking his time.
Aloysius Yapp left school to pursue a career in pool. Went to China to practice with his mum's blessing. I'm sure she said, "Now you go get him, son."
No.
And he's following mum's orders. He's doing exactly that. What a great choice he made.
I'm pretty sure she's super proud of him after the last tournament, you know. I mean, Lord have mercy, $25,000 for second place at the U.S. Open. That's nothing to sneeze at, right?
Careful what you sneeze at these days.
Yeah.
You'll be hauled straight into hospital for
Oh,
a
yeah.
COVID test.
Oh, yeah.
But what I like about him, he's got this constant pace. He doesn't change.
Yeah.
He's got that. He's not slow. He's not fast. He's just right.
Yeah, and he takes his time to make sure where he wants to leave the cue ball for the next shot, which is very, very smart because it takes away any doubts that you might end up with, you know, once you're done on the table. Now, he wound up a little straighter than what he would have liked here, so I don't think he's going to power this. I think he's going to have to hit it with follow and a little bit of right to go 2, possibly 3 rails. Unless he has more of an angle, I think he is going to draw. He has enough angle. I thought he was a little straighter than that. He's good here.
Yeah. Nicely played. Got plenty of cue power as well when he needs it. Forced that angle off the side rail.
Yeah.
This is a nice angle now on the 9.
Well, remember when I told you earlier, you have to hit it on the thicker side to bank it off the long rail when you're shooting the shot, because if not, you might scratch on the side. He's probably going to have to do that here.
I remember that well, yeah.
See, that's why he's looking at it. He's saying, should I go 1 rail and undercut it a bit, or should I go 3 rails and then just let loose with spin and play the 10 in the opposite pocket? That's what he's thinking of now.
I watched Tyler Steyer practicing this shot earlier. Okay, the 9 ball was right on the rail.
See, he's going to go 3 rails.
Yeah, he's going 3 rails forward.
Possibly 4 rails, right?
Yeah, he'll be pretty happy with that, I think.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he expected to get closer than that. He did hit the 9 ball on the fixed side.
Yeah.
And you don't want to hit it on the fixed side when you want to go around. You only want to hit it on the fixed side when you're trying to come back 1 rail, you know? Because then by hitting it thicker, the object ball absorbs a little more of the cue ball's energy. So it slows it down. And in addition, it changes the angle a bit. But he hit it great.
And it goes. And we're going for just a little bit of a timeout. We'll be back very soon. Kellogg Arena. We're into day 2 now of the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Michigan Tour. The Michigan Open, I should say. And Aloysius Yapp levelling things up 2-2. Who's going to get to the hill first? We're about to find out. It's Aloysius Yapp to break, rack number 5.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens this break, because both players have been going back and forth at different spots because they've been unsuccessful with their breaks thus far. And it looks like the 5 went in.
Oh, yes, the 5.
So he might have figured something out there, but, you know, he would have to try it again. He's obviously, if he made a ball there, he almost made the 6 too.
There's an easy
it would be
safety
crazy
on here, right?
Yeah.
Send the 1 ball down the table towards the 10-8.
Yeah, because, I mean, if he were to bank the 1 ball and try to play the billiard, he has to contend with the 1 running into the 8 or the 10 on the way back up, you know, because it would have to go past the 2, you know. It's like, it's very tough.
And this is the place to do your thinking. When you're at the table, before you get to the table, you're standing there looking, that's the time.
That's
get
correct.
it clear in your head, then get down and play the shot.
I think he's going to try to run into the 7 a bit and put him behind there.
Oh, he's got the double kiss.
Yep, he hit it a little too thick. And, you know.
There was no need to try and hit the 7 there, you know. He could have run past that. There was no need to take that risk, I thought.
Yeah. I think he probably wasn't trying to run into it. I think he just wanted to go by it, but he wanted to get very close so that the 1 ball can go far away from the top rail, you know. But it's like you said, it wasn't necessary to hit it that thick, you know. It wasn't necessary at all. Over here, you might have to go 3 rails. I don't like coming across here because now you might scratch trying to avoid the 8 ball, right? The hit on the 8 ball. You got to go 3 rails here. Very nice.
Very well, didn't he? Beautifully played. I really like that shot. When you hit them perfect, you know you're cueing nice, Tony.
Feels good too when you're hitting him that great, right?
Yeah. You hardly, the cue ball feels so light on the tip of your cue.
You know, over here, I would seriously consider shooting the 9 ball where he's shooting the 4 ball and the 7 ball now, because it doesn't look from this angle like it goes in the side. So he has to, if he leaves a cue ball like between the 9 and the 7, but a little, you know, above that, he might end up having a perfect angle to play the 9 where he's playing the 7 now.
I'm going with you. Whatever you say is the right shot.
Yeah.
I know that.
Well, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He lifted right in between, a little above, right?
Just a little draw over to the side rail, yeah.
He can either draw it or stun it. He has an option here. This is a player preference. Yeah, you got to draw it here. With that angle, absolutely.
Doesn't want to be... Well, it's not great.
Yeah, he's going to have to shoot off the rail probably.
And the tendency here is to try and make an angle that isn't really there. Just take care of the pot. Pot the ball. We saw
he's
him
good.
on the last 10. Took a lot of time on this 10. Checking the shot clock, composing himself again.
He called extension.
Yeah,
he definitely called extension.
I like that.
And Roberto goes ahead by the score of 3-2.
Well, first to the hill is Superman. Can he get over the hill?
Yeah.
That's the question, Tony.
I think he's going to try to fly over the hill, right?
Do you know your opponent? Do you know who your opponent is tomorrow yet?
I do not, no.
I know. The table. And you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
No one else.
Yep. It's not the table. I love the table.
No, I mean the layout of the balls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Table. Yeah, I'm hoping for connected dots tomorrow, not Rubik's Cube. You know?
Oh, yeah. We don't want none of that. We don't know twisting.
Yeah, right now Aloysius has to compose himself, which it looks like he has. He's pretty good at doing that, and stay focused, because it's very, sometimes when you're in a close match like that, it's very, very difficult not to be a little hard on yourself after a mistake like that,
You would
with the
think,
one
though,
ball.
after winning $25,000, he could afford to buy himself a pair of socks.
It's just a style, that's all it is.
You know me, I'm old-fashioned. Mine go up to my knees.
Yeah. All right, let's see how he does in the break. Both players have been struggling with the break, so let's see what happens here. He decided to go with more power, and a
Wow.
lot of times that'll get the job done. He made 3 balls on the break and has
Look at the two.
what they call a Mickey Mouse run out.
Why is it called a Mickey Mouse run out? Even
Because Mickey Mouse can run it out. I figure you get a kick out of that, but I've heard players say that for years. And I don't know if you've ever seen Mickey with a cue, but over here he'd like to have one.
He's got a great coach called Minnie.
Yeah. Well, Minnie's his boss. We all have bosses.
I don't. I'm single. So if
Yeah.
anyone out there.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, the 8 to the 9 and 9 to the 10 is the only tricky thing that I see about this rack,
I always say I'm married to Paul, but sometimes I'm unfaithful and I flirt a little bit with snooker. She's my mistress.
Gotcha. Oh, he hit it great.
Yeah.
He hit it great.
Couldn't hit that any
He looks
better.
very comfortable. And let me see the angle. Yeah, he's got a perfect angle to just come off the rail.
If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I hasten to add.
What's that?
My time in Vegas, I'm not a betting man at all. I didn't
Yeah.
even buy one chip.
I gotcha.
But if I was a betting man,
Yeah.
I'd bet on Superman getting out here.
Well, you see where he left the cue ball here? That's more or less the angle that he wants on the 9 ball. Even if he's a little more than that, he's fine. But that's the kind of angle that he needs on the 9 ball in order to bring the cue ball down for the 10. In order to avoid having to do the zigzag shot.
Yeah, that's when you can lose the correct pace in the shot, right? When you're trying to zigzag go across.
But you see how he
twice.
came a little short?
Yeah, so now he's got to play
So
that. You're
now
saying?
he might have to do the zigzag. So like I said, he wanted more or less the same angle on the 9 ball than he did in the 8 ball, because since the ball is sliding, it's very difficult to spin this in with enough, English to get it
See, he hasn't used
right in front of the 10.
He has now.
And he's really looking to put it away here because, last thing he wants is a hill. First set.
We did
Oh,
talk,
he might hit this one soft and take the slightly tougher shot on the 10 ball. Nope, he went for the zigzag
you said Mickey Mouse.
and he
could
hit it
run-
great.
You said Mickey Mouse could run out.
Yeah,
Well, this is another fictional character, Superman. He's about to run
yeah.
out.
There you go. He hit it great. He hit it
And
great.
it goes, and the first set goes to Roberto Gomez, and we'll be back with set number 2 right after this. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena, to this enthralling match where we've just seen Roberto Gomez take the opening set by 4 racks to 2, and he will be breaking off first in the second set. Race to 4, remember, early 10s count, but in the past they've been struggling to make a ball on the break. Can Roberto make one?
Well, in the last break, he really unleashed and hit it with a lot of speed. So I would be surprised if he doesn't do the same here, because he pocketed, I believe, 2 or 3 balls on the break when he did. So I would be very surprised if Roberto doesn't try to go all out with this one.
Wow.
Yep, and he sure did. And he made both balls in the side pocket, the second balls, right?
Well,
so he's found something. He's going to continue breaking from there.
This is the best breaking, and I hope you're taking note, because if you get on this table again, I'm sure you've been taking notes.
Yep. And what he's going to do is, the next time he breaks, he's going to try to hit the cue ball slightly higher, so that way it won't come back as much as it did. You know, because that's what you have to do. You have to pay attention to where the cue ball stops when you break like this. And if you see it ends up a little too high, that means you hit a little low. The next time you break, you hit a little higher, and it increases the chance of stopping in the center. So when the one ball stops in that area, you increase the chance of ending up with a shot, right?
But are you going to kick your leg as high as he did?
I can't do that. I'm not a kung fu master like him. I'm the biggest martial arts fan you ever meet in your life, but I don't know kung fu, even though I wish I did.
Yeah, Superman. It was more like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great shot he shot there.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. I think it's just pulled up in time, has it? Or has he left a little edge?
Yeah. He might have to go right before the side pocket with a lot of spin here. That might be the only option he has, because I'm not sure if he can get past the 4 enough to make contact with the 1 ball. Yep, he is. He's going to go right before the side pocket, past the 7.
Lots of left-hand English on this, yeah?
Well, yeah, it's just that, it's a tricky shot, because the one is far enough from the rail where if he goes underneath it, the cue ball might scratch off the one in the corner. So,
Yeah, I'm just looking at it there, Tony. Is it off the rail just enough to do that, do you think?
Well, it all depends, because since the ball's sliding, he can actually, it is possible to scratch if he hits it thick, because it'll just slowly, roll.
Drift over,
so that's a problem with that one. So it's a tricky shot, but you have to go for it.
Yeah, you see him aiming from our overhead camera. You can see extreme left English on this. He'd love to catch 2 rails and flick it in.
Oh, he missed it. Wow, that's a surprise.
And I think that's because he was actually playing to make the ball in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to flick off 2 rails.
Yep.
So a mistake then, early on. That good safety, paying dividends for Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto's probably going to go right past the 4 and the 10. Just 1 rail, right? Oh, no, he's going to go 2 rails. I like that option better, to be honest with you. That's my favorite shot, but it surprised me how many players don't use that shot. So he obviously likes that shot. That's a better shot, because once you come off the second rail, you're going right towards the ball you're playing position for.
You're coming towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over here, he might have to draw right past the 6 to play the 5 ball in the opposite pocket, because I think he might end up, unless he's straight enough to draw right in between, you see, before past the 6. But if he were straighter than that, he could have drawn right in between the 5 and the 10. But I think he's going to do what I said in the beginning. All right? Let's see. He's thinking about it now. I think he's wondering if he wants to make sure. See, so he's debating. Is he going to draw between the 5 and the 10, or is he going to try to go between the 6 and the rail? There you go.
Oh, he played it beautifully. That was the safer way to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you're not forcing the ball. So if you mishit it, you decrease the chances of making the ball, I think he wanted to come off a lot more than that. I'm surprised that he did that, but
he can just play.
The good news here is that he's a straight shooter. Yeah, he's a straight shooter. All you have to do is just make the ball. You don't have to do anything special here. Just focus on making the ball.
I was just going to say, it surprises me that he doesn't go deeper in tournaments, because he's got he's got the stroke, he's got the knowledge, just something missing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, because he's one of my favorite players. Always has been. I absolutely love his game. He has great control, great break, great kicking ability. Just like you know your typical Filipino player. It's like they're all great. They have no weaknesses. You know.
Yeah, I always say the Filipino players are born with a built-in sat-nav around a table.
Yep.
They just seem to know it.
Yep.
It's in their DNA.
Well, this is the opportunity to go ahead 1-0 in the second set after winning the first one by the score 4-2 against Mr. Yapp.
Yep, and in it goes, and we're just going to go for a short break. We'll be back soon. Welcome back to this fascinating battle at the Creek, the Kellogg Arena. And talking of fascinating battles, there's one going on the table adjacent here between Mika Immonen and Francisco Ruiz.
Yeah, funny story about that is I took Francisco and the two other gentlemen from Spain along with Mika to Denny's last night to have some dinner. And he ordered a meal, and Francisco woke up today and told me that he got nauseous and felt like vomiting last night when I was bringing him, Mika, and the fellas to the arena to play their matches today. What a great break that was.
Again.
And Mika offered to take him to eat to Denny's before their match because Mika has to pay Francisco. They're playing now, so it's great. But as I mentioned, the last set, Francisco found the break that's working very, very well for him. And remember I told you that he needed to make an adjustment where he hit the cue ball? He's still hitting it a little bit on the low side, which is why he's ending up bad on one. Right? If he lifts up his cue just slightly before he strikes the ball, that cue ball is going to stop dead center. Because remember, it's a new cloth. So since it's a new cloth, it has a tendency to draw a lot easier or come back, stun more. If he makes that adjustment, he might run out the set the way he's breaking now.
I've got a little bit of advice for you. If you never make it as a player, you'll definitely make it as a commentator.
I'm hoping to do both, pal. I have no intentions of not playing anymore.
Oh, that's a lovely cut. And
oh yeah,
well
and he has a two on the side.
Just brushed the two on the way past.
Yeah. He barely moved it, so he can still play it in the side. And if he doesn't feel comfortable cutting it in, hit it off the 5. Move the 5 just a little bit.
And he's got a great angle on this to come back for the 3. Look.
Just be careful because this is another straight pool shot comes up a lot. I see people shoot this ball off the 5 ball, and then the 5 ball lays on top of the 9 because they're not conscious of where the 5 ball is going when they're running into the ball. So you don't want to hit this too hard. But I think it looks like he's going to go straight in.
No, he used the
No,
5.
he used a
as you
5.
said.
But you see how he hit it with enough speed?
Well,
right? Look
he's
at that.
made the 5
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, he hit that great. But what I liked about that shot is the way he approached position. He decided to go 3 rails and underneath the 3 ball, just in case the 2 didn't happen to go in.
I like really getting into the cue ball here. Look, just arcing it round a straight draw shot. Beautifully played.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
I first saw Jimmy White play that in the semi-final of the Benson & Hedges Masters in 1984, Tony.
He's in great shape here.
Yeah, this is easy now, isn't it?
Telling you, the key here, Mark, is he found the break before Aloysius did. That's the key to the match, I think.
Still another chance, of course, for Aloysius if he does lose this particular match. It is double elimination. But by the end of tomorrow night, we will know the last 16, and then we will be down to single elimination. Cue ball heading towards.
I'm going to have a conversation with Roberto after this match. I'm going to just go up to him and I'm saying, how many times did I tell you stop freezing the cube on the rail? Right.
Yeah, every single 10, or more or less every single 10 he's shot has been off that identical rail just there. And okay, you don't expect these players to miss these, but it just adds that little bit of pressure that you don't need. No problem. Kept as still as a church mouse.
Yeah, yeah. He knew you had to. He knew you had to.
John Lehman's smiling at something.
Because Roberto's always joking around. He's a clown like me. We're always joking around.
Yeah, he's good fun to be around, isn't he, Roberto? He just stood at the edge of the arena. I was talking to a couple of friends of mine, and he just stood there staring at us. And I thought, what have I said or done? Why are you staring at me? Then all of a sudden, he just broke into a huge, big smile.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, he does that to everyone. He's hilarious.
Yeah, while we're talking about Roberto, I just want to mention a good friend of mine, Chad Shoulders from Havoc, who I know. Roberto is one of his players, as is Danny Olsen, and a great up-and-coming junior. Well, he's not a junior. Yes, he is a junior. Tyrell Blowers. He was, I don't know whether you've heard of him. Watch out for him. Young red-headed kid. Brilliant. Terrific future.
Oh, that's great. And he's 17, you said?
17 years old.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. I did hear the name, but I never watched him play. I never had the pleasure of watching him play.
Yeah, Chad has recently just taken him under his wing as well.
So he might end up becoming the next Tyler Steyer then. Right?
Never know.
Yeah, he started in the juniors too. Now let's watch a spectacular break. Let's see if he makes the adjustment. Let's see if he continues to hit the cue ball on the lower side and having it go back towards more or less where he's breaking from. Or if he makes the adjustment, hits it slightly higher. Oh, it went straight back.
He's got kicked there.
Went straight back.
Oh, he's made the 1. Not going to have a shot at the 2, though.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well and truly stuck behind the black there. So the next question, of course, that you're going to hear from me, Tony, where are you kicking to?
You know, I like moving in near the lower right-hand corner pocket. I mean, lower left-hand pocket is what I meant.
Would you consider making a 9? Or would you like that where it is?
I like that. You know why I like that? Because towards the end of the rack, you have to work a little harder to get from the 8 to the 10. You know? But what he did there was very smart, too, because he put the 4 out of play. You know? That way, if at some point in the rack, Aloysius ends up with the advantage, he has to work a little harder.
Yeah, and of course, because of the 9s there, it doesn't go in, but it's an easy combo, so we'll get there a little bit later on. But here he's got a nice little thin off this 2 ball. Cue ball round the angles. He get Somewhere
probably
over behind the 7, I'm guessing, with the cue ball. He's caught it a little bit thicker than I thought he was going to catch it.
I don't think he was trying to do that. I think he was trying to run the 2 into the 8,
Yeah,
which was a move. There's no doubt.
Thick.
He hit it way too full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you're in a major tournament and you have to play a lot of matches, you're always praying that you don't end up running into what I call the match, the one where everything goes against you or nothing's going right, you know. And those are the ones that you have to really dig in deep and to try to overcome it. And even then, it doesn't always end up working out. But he overdrew that.
Yeah, and you know what?
Pretty badly.
Whatever anyone says, that shot clock coming into play there, it just made him. I know he would, and you try and get yourself in rhythm. When you hear that, and if you're just out of that rhythm,
that's correct.
Put in a little bit of a quick one.
Yeah, no, it's correct. You can't think about stuff like that. You have to stay completely 100% focused. He called it in the corner, by the way, so he's playing this. Oh, he overcut it a bit.
Oh, he's smiling.
He knew it as soon as he hit it. So now, what's interesting is when the 4 was moved the second time, it was moved closer to the rail, which makes it a little trickier to make the combo. Not impossible, but a little trickier. Not just to make the combo, but to play position.
The 5 is as well, getting from
well, the 5's not that bad because even if you get straight on the 5, the 6 is in front of it, right? But I see. Oh, you mean getting from the 4 to the 5? Yeah. Oh yeah. There's still some work to be done here. Called extension. Yeah, very smart. He knows when to use and take advantage of the extension. But if I were him, I would try to get as straight as I could on that 4 ball, or just a slight angle to.
You see the grip.
Yeah.
On the cue, not too tight. Little tip there for any younger players. Yeah, and he's. Look at this. This is missable now, right?
Yeah, but not just that. He has to be very careful because with the speed, because since he's hitting it on the thin side, the cue ball's going to get away from him, and on this, when brand new cloth, the ball slides. So he's going to have to hit this really soft, because if he hits it too hard, it's going to slide right underneath, right behind the 10 ball.
Oh, he's played it well. How well has he played that yet?
He's played it great. He went, instead of going straight to the 9, he went rail first. So that way he hits a 9 footer and slows down the speed of the 4. That was a brilliant shot. But now he wound up with an awkward angle on the 4. I'm wondering if there's any way he can go rail first or ball first and end up going by the 8. Looks like he's going to draw it. Maybe he's playing it in the low left-hand pocket, I think he's going to do. Low left-hand pocket. Yep, he is. He's just giving himself a... Oh, look at that. Now he's going to have to come up with a shot. He's definitely going to have to play the 6 in the corner, but he can't think about that now. He has to focus on just hitting this where he needs to.
All of a sudden, this has gone from an easy out to, well, certainly not guaranteed.
What a great shot. What a great shot.
Wow.
He stayed down and overcut a little bit, but because of the fact that his fundamentals were rock solid, that's why he was able to pocket the ball.
Yeah, good point. When the pressure's on, when you've got a tough shot, solid foundations
is the key.
Is when it comes into play. Those hours that you spend in the pool hall as a youngster.
That's correct.
Toiling and working away on your stroke and your stance and your alignment.
He might need a stun follow this. If he can hit it full enough to draw it, he's fine. But if not, he's going to have to stun follow it, either 1 or 2 rails. I like going 2 rails here. Yeah, he hit it great. Stun followed it beautifully.
Oh, and he deserves a little bit of luck here as he got it.
Yeah,
yes,
he got it.
I think he's got a slight angle on the 8 as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's... Yeah. Oh, no, he can cheat it. Yeah, he can cheat it.
I remember Shane Van Boney in the US Open on an 8 ball. scratched running straight through this and ran the cue ball into the pocket. It was actually on the 6 ball, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's played that well.
He hit it about as good as you can hit it and make the shot and without sacrificing it, right?
Yeah, and really needed this rack. Doesn't want to go 0 hill down.
Very nice.
Difference between 2-1 and 3-0. In it goes, and we're going to be back very soon. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. And I joked at the beginning of this match that we've had 3 shootouts so far. Surely there can't be a 4th. Well, Yapp 2-1 down and a set down, but with the break here. So this to go 2-2. Let's have another look at this break you've been talking so much about.
Well, he's breaking from the same spot that Roberto, but he has to hit it hard, I think, if he wants to be successful. And he did, but he lost control of the cue ball.
Yeah, put more
and
into
the
it.
fact that he mishit it is the reason why he didn't make a ball on the break. Because when Roberto hit it, he hit it dead on. He went straight to the side. It's not easy. It's not easy to hit that ball dead on. You have to like really hit it perfectly at that speed.
Any power shot you're making, you have to keep as still as possible. You know? You have to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
And it's the same as putting a ball into a pocket, you know. If you are not accurate on that one ball, then you're not going to get the result that you desire.
And I'm surprised, to be honest with you, because Aloysius breaks really well. You know, he's just not. It's not. I'm not used to. You know, like I've watched him a couple of times, but I'm not used to watching him hit the ball like that. But you know, you could tell he was focused. He tried his best.
I think you nailed it when you said he's trying to copy Roberto's break.
Is he gonna go rail first here? Oh no, he went for the shot.
He's gone for the shot and he's missed it.
I'm surprised he did that because it was almost impossible to play position on the 2 there.
Yeah, maybe pushing the boat out a little bit too far there. A shot that he didn't really have to take on, could have kick and stick
I mean,
there.
he had options there for sure. I'm talking about defensive options, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he probably regrets it now. He's probably not too happy with himself. See?
Yeah, sat there. Why did I do that? Why didn't I play safe?
We've all been there.
There's nothing worse than sitting back in your chair. Your opponent's got a chance because you played the wrong shot.
Yeah.
Nothing worse, is there? You can be forgiven for missing the right shot, but never for missing the wrong.
Yeah.
But it's only the wrong shot, of course, if you don't make it.
I mean, listen, even if he made the ball and wound up with position on the tour, I still believe it was a risky shot.
Yeah, it was risky, yeah. Wow, he's cutting this short. And, well, I can't believe what I've just seen there.
He missed it because of the
shot clock.
Yeah.
Why didn't he call extension?
I thought he did.
Oh, he did.
Because he took forever to shoot that shot. I thought he did. See here, you have to go rail first now, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hit this one with some speed to get it around. Unless he just wants to tap and take a longer shot on the 2. There's nothing wrong with that. But then he has to land between the 5 and the 9.
I think this one ball is cursed. I don't think it wants to go in.
Yeah.
Well, so it will be a very relieved Aloysius Rapp there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
sorry.
Yeah, the problem he's confronted with here is the angle that I see here. He has to shoot the 1 ball on the left-hand pocket, because if he shoots it on the right-hand pocket, he's going to hit the top of the 3, and that's not good because the cue ball could end up behind a 4 and a 5. So he's shooting at the right spot. He just it's very tough to judge that speed. You have to hit it perfect. It's not easy.
I mean, look, he had 3 channels there to get through, and they were all difficult.
Yeah, I mean, he made a hell of a shot, but I think that he might have enough room to squeeze right by the 3 and the 6 and maybe go rail first.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
He just might have enough room.
Wow.
As crazy as that sounds, right? Yeah, look, he's going for it.
Once again, though, very close to the shot clock and misses again. And I said during the break, didn't I, to you in a conversation, though Aloysius won that last rack, he still doesn't look right. He's not pocketing the balls cleanly.
Yeah.
He's always just that little bit out of position, just not quite on his A game at the moment.
Well, I mean, Roberto looks like he should be out from here, but the 5 ball to the 6 ball is going to be a little tricky, and even more so with the 6 to the 7.
Yeah,
unless the 7 goes past the 10, that's what he's looking at now.
He's missed a really big opportunity there, Aloysius.
Oh yeah.
If Roberto can run this one out, he's on the hill for the match, and there won't be a 4th shootout of the day. Boo-hoo.
Yeah, no, I love the shootouts. I think they're good for the game. Wow.
Well, he's slightly.
Yeah. Oh, he got exactly what I think he got where he wanted to, kind of. I mean, the angle that I see him wind up with over here, he's going to have to draw it in a straight line. Maybe cheat the pocket a bit to gain a bit of an angle. Oh, he overhit that.
He's overhit it. He
overhit that badly.
You saw him flicking his fingers on the cloth. Slow down. He's all right, though.
He might have to just nip this. He might like a short little punch stroke and draw the cue ball slightly. Because if he doesn't have that option, he's going to have to go 3-4 rails and stop in between one of those balls, right? 2 of those balls. So I don't even know if he has it. No, it doesn't look like he does have it. He's going to have to go around.
Too much of an angle. He's going around.
He's going to have to go around. I don't think he's going to like this.
Superman is flying around the table.
Yeah, no, he got it. Look, you see? Shot. I think he surprised himself.
That's exactly where you thought he might be able to do. Just
I think he was trying.
Stun, right?
Yeah, I think he was trying to end up between the 8 and the 10. That's why he made that face, because if you end up with the 8 and the 10, you're home free, right? Over here now, he still has to avoid, the 10 ball. Hit it like a dream. He hit it like a dream, but he overhit it. Look at that ball running. See,
not for the first time this match. He's on that rail again. Not on the 10 ball this time, but on the 8 ball.
Yep.
This is a tough shot, though.
Yeah.
Shaking his head. And rightly so.
Yeah, he knows how important this game is, so he has to bear down.
Head still on these shots.
Barely has an angle. Just a nice slow roll. Up, he overcut it. He overcut
that
it.
shot clock again.
He overcut it.
Just
Yeah,
got
look
in.
at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Well, this, I think he can get through to this, to
Yeah.
the top right.
Yeah, Aloysius has to go for this.
He's got to go for
He
it.
has to go for this. He has. This is his opportunity to tie it two games apiece. I mean, he has just enough of an angle to get past the 10 and play the 9 in the right hand side pocket.
Won't be putting a lot of pace in this, not too much. Pocket speed. Has he got it? Is it there? It's on its way.
He made it, and
It's
he got the
there.
9 in the side pocket. That's
It's
awesome.
there. What a
Yeah, he hit it great.
shot. A ripple of applause from the audience here.
Yeah. Now he plays the 9 in the side and plays the 10 ball in the pocket where he's shooting from. Oh, he decided to go out. I'm surprised about that, but
Oh, that's a confident
yeah.
shot.
Oh yeah.
Struck it perfectly. And he's got the Gomez position right on this side rail for the 10. This then to draw level at 2-2.
He's still in it.
In it goes. Well, we'll be back. I thought we were going to stay for a minute. We're not. We're off. We'll be back. Welcome back. So we've all had a little break, and it's time for another break from Aloysius Yapp. 2-2, looking to go on the hill and level up this match. Losing the first set, of course, must win this set to force that all-important, exciting shootout. Here we go.
And you see where he's breaking from?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's breaking from there because he made a ball earlier there. And look, he made the same exact ball on the side.
Made the 9.
He made the same exact ball the first time that he broke from there. The 5 ball went cross bank, 1 rail into the side. That's exactly what the 9 ball did.
Wow.
That was massive.
Yeah, a lot of people thinking that they're just, you know, smashing the balls and hoping for the best. There's a lot of thinking goes into this break, right?
Oh, yeah.
And a nice shot on the 1 also. So come on, Aloysius. We want to see another shootout, don't we? I know Roberto, right?
Yeah.
He's the only man in the building that doesn't want a shootout, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. But I tell you what, Aloysius isn't too happy with the angle he got here because now he's going to have to force it past the 6.
And miss the 7 as well.
Miss the 7, but pound it. See, if he had a little more angle, even if the cue ball were 1 full ball width to the right, that would have been enough angle for him to get there with very little effort.
Just
but
calls
over here,
extension, so realises the importance of this shot. This is the key shot to the rest of the rack.
he hit it perfectly.
Oh, how well did he strike it? Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Nice angle now on this 3 ball. Okay, maybe a little bit too much angle, but he won't mind about that after that.
No,
difficult too.
Yeah, he's just going to tap it in and roll slightly past the 5 in front of it, and end up with perfect position on the 4. Just a nice light tap
here, a little bit of inside maybe or not.
Nice light tap.
Oh, he's played inside. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
the
that's
other side
surprising.
of the 5.
But that wasn't the shot. I don't think. You know, I think he could have slowly rolled it there, but maybe he had too much angle. I don't know. Maybe he had too much angle because the table is sliding to the point where if you hit it with follow, it's going to slide almost as though it's going to react as though as if you put inside spin if you go 1 rail. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when we get on the table later, I'll show you what I mean. You hit it with follow, and it actually dips a bit, right?
Are we going to have a game tonight? I would have bought my
Very
cue
nice.
if I'd have known. I can't keep using that cue that you've got. It's not fair.
Yeah. I don't have my cue with me, actually. I left it in the room. Yeah, he came a little short there. Came a little short. He wanted to come out a little more. So he's going to have to probably nudge this a bit. Unless he's going to go back and forth in front of the 7. He's going to have to hit it good, right? Look at that.
Oh,
he did.
Needs a nice little carom
That
on
is,
the 8 and
that is
got
one hell of a shot, man. One hell of a shot. That shows you how confident this kid is, you know? Beautiful, beautiful shot. For me, that's the shot of the match so far.
Yeah, and the only time he doesn't look on his game is when he's not looking confident, if that makes sense. But as soon as he gets that little bit of confidence, everything is spot on precision.
Yeah, no, I think for me that's the shot of the match so far.
Yeah, see, now he's really got that stroke going through. Beautiful. This is perfect stuff here from the young Singaporean, the runner-up in the recent US Open. I mean, runner-up in the US Open.
In a
you
field of
that
200,
and you think, wow.
In a field of over 240, 50 players, which is pretty incredible.
And in it goes.
And your dream of a shootout might be a possibility. So look, watch this, Mark. Let's see if he breaks from the corner again, right? Take a look at the second ball behind the 1 ball on the right-hand side. See if it banks 1 rail towards that side pocket.
Oh, so it goes across and banks into that side pocket.
See if that happens. Let's look at that, right? Let's see what happens.
Do you think he'll stick with that break? I'm sure he will.
I would be surprised if he doesn't, because I mean the last 2 times that he broke from there, that's the only ball he made.
Yeah, and look at Roberto's face there. The smile has gone, hasn't it? He was looking all bubbly and confident a few racks ago. All of a sudden, well, he never changes his expression. You never know what Aloysius is thinking. He always looks the same, doesn't he? Clean his cue, puff of the cheeks, deep breath.
Yep.
Come on, one more, he's thinking, one more.
You see, he's already on that side of the table. So the second ball here is a 5 ball, right?
Okay.
Let's see if the 5 ball banks one rail. Let's see if the 9 ball banks one rail, right? They're both on the same side. You see that?
Yeah.
But 5 has a higher probability of coming off the 9 and banking one rail.
You heard it, folks, from Mr. Tony Robles. Watch for the 5 or 9 into the left-hand side pocket.
Look at the 9 ball. Look at the 9 ball. Look at the 9 ball. He came short, right? So it's a second ball behind the 1 ball that's going there too. You see that? The 9 missed it by this much, right? But he came short when he needed to make it, and you know Roberto is going to smash the balls if he goes to Hill.
Yeah.
Right? From his new favorite spot.
All I'm saying is I'm glad there's a Perspex screen in front of us, because he's going to be giving the next break, if he runs this one out, he's going to be giving it everything.
Yeah, they had to stop the clock because he says there's something on the cue ball.
I can see lots of black triangles on the cue ball, but of course that is the Arcos design.
I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think that Roberto said it's in Aloysius Yapp hair on the cue.
Is that what he said?
I don't know. That's what it is, because he looked at Aloysius and then he smiled after he said something to him. He's pointing at him.
But look how his expression has changed all of a sudden. He's seen a dry break from Aloysius, and all of a sudden he's got a shot on the 1. It's all smiles again. And this really isn't too difficult.
Oh, he's perfect. He's perfect there. Now he shoots a 3 ball and goes 2 rails for the 4. He could just stop it there and do that. I mean, he can draw it back a bit, but he has to be careful. He wants to make sure he secures the ball. See, now he can draw because he got closer to the 3. But if he draws, he has to be very careful, because now he has a 6 to contend with on that side of the table. See, that's why he's thinking about it. He's saying, man, that 6 ball is a big ball there. Maybe I hit it softer so that way I won't reach a 6, yeah.
Calls for the extension, realizes the importance.
No, he's smart. He's smart. He's taking his time. Either way, even if he goes 2 rails, he has to contend with the 6 ball. Uh-oh. Wow.
Oh, what a shot this is.
What a shot
He's played there.
I have to be honest with you, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't think he would go that route, but he hit it great. Because what I liked about that shot, Mark, is he took away any possible traffic.
Apart from the 5 ball, of course. Yeah. Still could have gone wrong. It was a difficult shot. Played very, very well. You have to say that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And also, you know, he came pretty close to hitting the point of the side pocket, too. So that became a little bit of a factor. That's why I didn't see that, because I don't think I would ever go that route, you know. He was trying to stop it over there. He's good, though. That's I think where he stopped now is better than where he wanted to stop. Because
I think he's got a future, this boy.
Yeah. Well, I think he put his cue where he wanted the cue ball to stop, but this is actually a better angle, because once you come off the second rail, you're going right towards the 7. You have like 0 shot of going behind the 9 that way, right? Or over hitting it. He got a little funny there. A little funny. I don't know if he's going to have to shoot the 9, or he's going to try to draw it past the 9, I think. He's going to hit it on the thick side and draw it past it. Okay, so corner pocket. That's actually a better shot. Minimize the movement of the cue ball, right? Yeah.
Sometimes we have to remember our own advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, played it nice. And for the first time in the match, he's not near the rail for the 10 ball.
Yeah.
And this is to go 3-3. We're going to be going hill. And in it goes. So we are at hill, the next rack. And we've got that booming break from Mr. Gomez, Superman. How's he going to hit it?
Oh, he's going to smash it. He's been making like 2 balls on average since he found that spot, and he's been smashing it. He's been sending the cue ball back. The only thing that I can see possibly go wrong if he makes a ball is if he keeps letting that cue ball go all the way to the top rail, you know, by hitting it slightly lower than he should. Hits it a little bit higher, stops it dead in the center of the table. I think he has an excellent shot at running out.
What's the most balls you've ever made on the break? 10 ball.
In 10 ball, 5, and 9 ball, 6. No. In 9 ball, I made 7 and almost made 8. And this is a funny thing. A friend of mine was racking for me at a place called Corner Billiards, which is now known as Amsterdam Billiards in New York City.
I know it well.
Yeah, and he racked for me, and I broke and made 7 balls, and I had to call a push.
No.
I kid you not. The 9 ball wound up on the bottom rail, the cue ball on the top rail, and the 7 ball wound up in the middle of the table. I had no shot. I mean, the 7 was in the bottom rail and the 9 was in the middle of the table.
We're going to go back to that very, very soon.
Yep.
Let's concentrate on this very, very important break. Hill.
He's going to smash it. Oh, he did not hit it. He did not hit it dead on. But he made a ball. He made a ball. The fact that he smashed it, right?
Well, look at the 2 ball.
I mean, the 5's in a pretty bad spot. He's good, but the good thing is that the 4 is down, so the 3 gives easy access to the 5 ball. It's the 2 ball that I think he needs to worry about,
this
because
is the one.
He might have to bank that 2 ball by where the 5 is, and who knows? Maybe if he hits it off the 5, he puts in a better position.
There you go. Oh, he's got.
Oh, the drama is still there.
It is still there. It's nothing certain yet. And don't forget, there's the added pressure.
Hit it great. He wound up dead perfect.
And you're right, he's called the bank, and he'll love this if it goes in off the 5 ball, as you said.
Well, the 5 ball makes it a big pocket.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, the 3 is such a perfect location to get access to the 5, you know. The only way I can see him having a little bit of trouble or having to work for it a little more is if he gets straight on the 3, where he would have to draw to the left and back to the right side of the table. So it all depends. All right, perfect. You can't hit any better. You can't hit any better.
Maybe it will be playing this with a little bit of inside, I would guess.
But remember, this rail is running a little on the fast side. He has to be very careful not to lose control of the cue ball.
Played it with a nice bit of inside.
See that?
Took a lot of pace out. Perfect on the 5. It could be all over.
I think he's thinking about shooting it in the side, and there's nothing wrong with that. He just has to be very careful and take his time.
Yeah, these side pockets.
Because that cue ball's going to go right towards the 6 ball. Right towards the 6 ball. Look at that. Look at that. He almost...
He hasn't hooked himself,
No, but he almost did. You know why, right? Because the cloth is sliding so much that when you're hitting these shots from close distance, if you hit the ball with follow, it reacts like stun. You have to hit it higher than you normally would. I've experienced that a couple of times.
Wow. There's another shot you're going to have to show me.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that he wound up with a little bit of stun.
Calls the extension. Give himself as much time as possible. This is the key shot. Nothing can go wrong after this.
Yeah.
All important position to the 8.
He wound up hitting it perfectly.
Oh,
just enough to come out. That's perfect. That's exactly where he wants to be.
Aloysius could be going to the lost side.
Yep. That's a wrap, folks.
And in it goes. They will shake hands, and he has beaten Aloysius Yapp 2 sets to love.